There's something different about Bai Jingting lately. The actor, who is usually known for being calm, in control, and rarely showing his emotions openly, suddenly showed another side of himself. A side that is gentle, protective, and even jealous. And all of that happened when Zhang Ruonan was by his side. Fans who had been paying attention to the interactions between the two immediately became excited. Many believe that this moment was not just a coincidence. It was a silent confession, a sign that Bai Jingting could no longer hide his feelings for Zhang Ruonan. The beginning of Bai Jingting and Zhang Ruonan's relationship seemed like a normal professional relationship. They were paired together in a hugely successful romantic drama, and their chemistry on screen felt natural, even too real. Every glance, small smile, and simple interaction seemed to hold a deeper meaning. But as usual, they both chose to remain silent. There were no official statements, no clarifications, just small gestures that left fans wondering, is this really just acting? However, when the cameras stopped rolling, their relationship seemed to grow even closer. Bai Jingting, who was known to be reserved, began to appear more open and attentive whenever he was with Zhang Ruonan. Even on variety shows, his gaze never left Zhang Ruonan. He paid attention to her every move, every word, even her smallest expressions, as if the world around them had disappeared. Everything changed when a promotional event revealed another side of Bai Jingting. In a quick but sharp moment, the camera captured his expression when he saw Zhang Ruonan laughing with another male co-star. Fans who noticed this detail immediately shouted, "That's jealousy. Bai Jingting is really jealous." His usually calm smile turned stiff, his eyes slightly tense, and unconsciously, he tried to look away. But behind his seemingly professional demeanor, his eyes couldn't lie. There was reluctance there, as if his heart was unwilling to see someone else make Zhang Ruonan laugh like that. And when the event ended, their interactions became even more gentle. Zhang Ruonan teased Bai Jingting, and even though he tried to restrain himself, fans could see his face flush slightly. It was a small sign, but enough to send their fan world into a frenzy. What made everything even clearer was not words, but actions. Bai Jingting always had a unique way of showing his attention. He was often seen leaning down slightly when talking to Zhang Ruonan, as if to make sure she felt comfortable. Behind the scenes, he reflexively held Zhang Ruonan's hand when she almost tripped, and most touchingly, when he gazed at her silently between takes, with such a gentle look. A look that only someone who is truly in love has. Fans quickly pieced together the clues. Every small touch, every shared laugh, every time they looked at each other without words. It all formed a pattern too consistent to ignore. It was as if Bai Jingting was finally no longer hiding behind the wall of professionalism he had built up. In a recent interview, when asked about his ideal type, Bai Jingting replied with a faint smile, "Someone who is simple, sincere, and can make me feel calm just by being there." Fans reacted immediately. The description was too similar to Zhang Ruonan. And when the interviewer teased him by mentioning the actress's name, Bai Jingting just chuckled and said, "You guys are too sensitive." A vague answer, yet full of hidden meaning. It wasn't a denial. It was Bai Jingting's subtle way of acknowledging something he wasn't ready to say directly. He didn't deny it, but he didn't confirm it either, because perhaps, in his heart, he was still enjoying those feelings on his own. It was a gentle love, unhurried, born of sincere closeness. What made their relationship so interesting was its authenticity. There was no excessive effort to show romance. There was no public drama, just two people who understood each other in silence. Zhang Ruonan herself seemed comfortable by Bai Jingting's side. Her smile was always softer when she was with him, and the way she looked at him was different. It was as if she knew that Bai Jingting was someone she could trust, even without words. And perhaps that is why that moment of jealousy was so meaningful. Because in one simple expression, Bai Jingting showed that his heart was truly involved. He was no longer just a coworker, not just a friend on set, but someone who truly cared, who secretly harbored feelings that were difficult to hide. Social media immediately exploded with clips and detailed analyses of Bai Jingting's small expression. Some wrote, "That wasn't acting. Look at the way he looks at her. That's real love." Hashtags like hashtag Bai Jingting Zhang Ruonan and hashtag Bai Jingting sweet jealousy immediately became trending topics. Even some entertainment media began to highlight their closeness, calling them one of the most interesting couples in the Chinese entertainment world today. However, behind all the spotlight, the two remain calm. Bai Jingting has not provided any clarification, and Zhang Ruonan chooses to smile every time the topic comes up. But perhaps their silence is the most beautiful form of confirmation. Because sometimes, love doesn't need to be announced. It's enough for those involved to feel it. Bai Jingting and Zhang Ruonan teach us something simple yet profound: that true love does not always need to be expressed with grand words. Sometimes, it grows slowly from small gestures of attention, from sweet jealousy, from simple but warm moments of togetherness. And in its silence, love becomes real, sincere, strong, and irreplaceable. Interestingly, Bai Jingting's sincerity is evident in the way he treats Zhang Ruonan without much publicity. He never tries to make grand gestures in front of the camera, but is always present in small, meaningful moments. For example, when Zhang Ruonan looks tired on set, Bai Jingting quietly hands her a cold drink, without saying much. A simple gesture, yet full of meaning, a form of attention that only someone who truly cares would do. It is this sincerity that convinces fans that whatever is growing between them is not just a temporary sensation, but something pure and natural. And Zhang Ruonan, on the other hand, also reciprocates that sincerity in her own way. She never rejects Bai Jingting's attention and often appears more gentle when she is with him. In an interview, when asked who was the co-star she felt most comfortable with, Zhang Ruonan answered humbly, "Someone who always pays attention to me without me realizing it." That answer immediately sparked public speculation. And who else fits that description besides Bai Jingting? When sincerity meets honesty, the relationship doesn't need to be spoken. It's enough for two souls who understand each other to feel it. Now, their relationship seems like a gentle harmony, not rushed, not forced, but moving at a natural pace. It's as if they both know that whatever is real doesn't need to be pursued. It just needs to be nurtured so it can grow. Fans see the two of them as symbols of mature and conscious love. Love that doesn't seek the spotlight, but still shines in its own way. In every glance, in every smile, there is an unspoken feeling, a feeling that can only arise from true sincerity. Do you also feel that Bai Jingting's gaze toward Zhang Ruonan is not just an ordinary glance? Or perhaps, it is truly the gaze of someone who is in love?